Hey, what's up, everybody? Fred McKinnon here with E-Business Online. We're a full-service Amazon, Walmart, third-party marketplace, e-commerce agency. We do one-off consulting, hourly consulting, but also do full white glove account management to take you, if you have physical products to sell, we want to be the agency that you go to help get yourself launched, or if you're already launched, to help you grow and scale your products on Amazon, Walmart, third-party marketplaces. Hey, I was encouraged today by my friends over at Helium10 software to share my story, a quick little recap of my story and how I became an Amazon seller and why I'm passionate about it. And so I will say a while back, I made a similar video and it's a lot longer. This will be a little short video, but I told a long story about this. And that video is called How a $99 Gamble Turned into a Multi-Million-Dollar E-commerce Business. I'll link to that video down in the show notes and make it available where you can see it pop up right here on the video. How a $99 gamble turned into a multi-million-dollar e-commerce business. You might want to check that out. But hey, let me summarize that all the way down and tell you kind of how it started, how I became an Amazon seller. I've been at it for now over 20 years, all right? So when I started, there was no Seller Central, there was no FBA, there was no sponsored ads, there was nothing like that. It was actually called a Z Shop, the Amazon Z Shop. That was their little third-party marketplace. Seller Central didn't come until afterwards. So I've seen all of this stuff be born. It's pretty amazing. But it actually started, one thing you might not know about me is that for 25 plus years of my adult life, I actually worked full-time in church ministry. I'm a musician, I'm a professional pianist, a composer, and I did church music. So depending on, the church where I worked, I was the music director, the worship leader, worship pastor, different titles for different churches. But if you know anything about working in churches, especially smaller churches, you know that you're not there to make a lot of money. It's about the calling and it's about the purpose that you do that. And so as a family of 6, my wife, Joy, and then 4 kids, they're all young adult kids now, but at the time, they were like little ones. Family of 6, I had to find creative ways to make extra money just to make our budget. And I'd always been an entrepreneur, but here's kind of how I stumbled into e-commerce initially. As a professional musician, I was also producing records. So I had a home studio and I was producing music and albums for independent artists. And as part of that package, all of a sudden the internet was born, and out of the birth of the internet, people started having websites. So in addition to producing a record for these artists, we would help them get a website. And then on the website, they begin to sell their CDs and cassettes. That's right, cassettes. So some of you are watching this like, what's a cassette tape, right? No, we had CDs and cassette tapes and like PDF downloads of sheet music, things like that, all right? So we had to set up the store and then have people purchase it online. So that's when I first learned about shopping carts and payment gateways and things like that. Still no Amazon. No social media, nothing like that had come out yet. So I'm into it a little bit that way. And then somewhere along the line, my older brother, Rob, said, hey, I'm trying to find some Lego Bionicle toys for my son for his birthday. And I just can't find them. They're sold out. Can you help me do the internet thing? I think it's the way you put it. So I got on eBay and I looked, and sure enough, everybody that had Lego Bionicles sold them. And I could search for completed listings on eBay, and I could see that anybody, if they had Lego Bionicles, they sold them at a good price. And so my brain as an entrepreneur instantly went into the mode of, how can I buy toys wholesale and resell them on the internet? How can I find some Lego Bionicles and resell them on eBay like all these other people are doing, because there's money to be made? And so I went down the rabbit hole of searching the internet on how to find wholesale toy suppliers. I found some, I learned what drop shipping was, and then I went and I signed up for the old Amazon Z Shop. Again, like I said, before Seller Central, before any of this crazy stuff, I opened up my Amazon account, and that's how my business was born. That's how I became an Amazon seller. And I started drop shipping and adding more products, and before you know it, I had hundreds of thousands of active products on Amazon, doing millions and millions of dollars in revenue, and a huge e-commerce enterprise was born just from that little background. Okay, now over time, the mass drop ship model, the margins really eroded, and I began to do some more wholesale. And then eventually I got into private label. And so when I got into private labeling, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically I became a manufacturer. I started making my own products and had my own registered trademarked brand names. And when I did that, that's when I first learned about the tools available at Helium10 software at helium10.com. And I became a Helium10 customer, and I have been a Helium10 customer ever since. Helium10 gives so many tools that allow you to do product research, niche research, pay-per-click advertising management, listing alerts, optimization, listing builders. There's so many ways that you can use Helium10. It's become the gold standard, the flagship for me, both as a seller and as an agency owner. As I said, I own E-BusinessOnline. We manage dozens of brands and clients and help them scale their products and scale their seller accounts on Amazon, Walmart, and other third-party marketplaces. And Helium10 is a vital strategy for every one of those. So this was a challenge for my friends at Helium10. They're like, hey, we want people to tell the story of how they got into that and how they use Helium10. So if you're not a Helium10 customer and you're serious about selling on Amazon and Walmart and doing product research, keyword research, listing research, you definitely need to check out Helium10. And I got a great deal for you with my referral link. You can go to the link, and this link is going to be right at the top in the video description below, okay? You can get 20% off your first 6 months as a Helium10 customer, or you can get 10% off every month forever using either code eBusiness20 or the code eBusiness10 at checkout. Again, the link to sign up for Helium10 is going to be in this video's description right at the top. I'll put it right there where it's easy for you to see. If you've been on the fence about it, you're still trying to decide, now's the time to jump on. This is a great offer, and I hope you'll check it out. I hope you enjoyed my story. I love to tell it. People ask me all the time, how did you get into this? And that's kind of the short version of it. And if you like this and you'd like to hear more of this content, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. I'll be on here and giving tips about how to sell on Amazon and Walmart and Shopify, other third-party marketplaces all the time, giving you the latest news on what's happening out there in the e-commerce world, giving you my tips, my strategies, and my tactics. Just hit that subscribe button and hit the like, thumbs up here on this video. It lets YouTube know that, hey, you actually watched this video, you were engaged with it, and you liked it. Again, check out my friends at Helium10. The link is in the show notes here. Look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks a lot.